Do you ever wonder what happens when the police leave? Crime scene cleaners are private companies that handle the cleanup after the police are gone. Spaulding Decon is one of the nation's largest cleanup companies handling the aftermath of homicides, suicides, decompositions, hoarding, and much more. These are our stories.
Hey guys, Laura Spaulding here, and I have a very different type of episode this time. We are going to go back and give you updates on 3 different houses, one you've never seen before. Hey guys, so we're at my newest purchased property that is another extreme hoarder property. We're gonna call this the lake house. There's a nice lake on the back of this house. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom house that an elderly lady lived in for over 30 years. And her dog was elderly as well, had incontinence, and the house is in horrible shape. This is going to be a massive rehab. I'm gonna do a little bit of changing of the floor plan as well. But the bad part is there's a good about 25% of the house that I couldn't even get into. So I can't even tell you what I'm gonna do with those areas because I couldn't get into the master bathroom. I couldn't get into the back bedrooms. So I'm looking forward to being able to see it after we get all this trash out.
How you feeling, Thaddy?
What's good, homie? How you feeling?
Yeah, a little sweaty. There's some mosquitoes. Those aren't great.
Yeah, they out here. I'm thankful though. You feel me?
Yeah.
Figure now. Yeah, I'm just gonna pick some water. I got you. Shit to the dump.
Daddy Longlegs is
I don't
back.
get to.
Daddy Longlegs.
I don't get to show my masculinity ever. Give me an opportunity. Just show it one time. Just once. That's all. Just once. Baby, they ain't gonna like it. Nothing to see here, folks. Nothing to see here.
Wow, what a big, strong man. You really threw that thing.
Gotta go to the dump.
You're gonna go take a dump and come back?
You know what? I constantly twist my words for the camera. You need my words with the bouncy balls so you can understand what I'm saying. Sometimes you mess up all my wording.
This is reality TV, baby.
And the people are bashing me on there because of you.
I don't know what you're talking
Camera
about.
guy.
I make you look
Camera
good.
guy.
I make you look real good.
You're starting to be on my shit list, camera guy.
What?
But you are the best camera guy in the world.
That's right. It's just from the rain?
Yeah.
It just makes waiting hard to trailer. Food cannot go in that trailer. Food has to go in our trailer.
Yeah.
And this is all food.
Holy shit.
So I think I put that in that trailer.
Roaches.
16, 0716. Best by 12 October 2016. 5 years old. Do you want some candy? packs. 24 packs. You want water? Got 24 packs.
What is it?
Oh, food.
I have no clue what that is. I don't even want to know what the smell is.
Delby, I don't think we've like introduced you to YouTube yet. Do you want to say hi and introduce yourself a little bit?
I don't even know what to say. I mean, I'm still in shock about half the shit we see here.
Yeah?
Right? It's a lot, really a lot, but it's definitely a good day's work.
How do you feel about the camera guy? You could be honest.
Pretty cool. It's actually, I will say it's a little funny watching you jump
Yeah.
around the roaches.
Yeah.
He's just a little different, right?
It's a little BITCH.
BIT. What?
You get a little BITCH.
I don't know what you're talking about. What's that?
Call him special.
That's like a magic trick. I didn't even see that. Oh, they ate the other half of the chair.
No, it's probably something like that.
They got.
Damn.
That's Fee's job.
She's been promoted. She ain't here.
Bridge time!
Bridge time with John?
No, bridge time with
Shelby? That,
Oh, yeah. The water.
oh yeah, water. The one inside, there's nothing in there. It's gross, but there's nothing in there. So how many days do you think it's gonna take?
I say today, a good crew comes the second day, then we'll be done. If not, then it'll take a little bit of the third day, but 2.5 days tops.
Litter or some shit around here? Anything, no fucking That's fun.
Now we all start coughing. Oh, they're coming out.
Drop dead. You can hear them walking now.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
It's over now. It's okay. No more pain.
That was rain.
Oh no!
You got a bug bomb. You got a bug bomb. Woo! They're all
Did
running.
you just stab the can?
Yeah,
They're all running away.
they are all running.
Oh man, that was
Try that.
amazing. Oh
There
my.
you go.
That's a new way to do it.
Right?
Where's that? Where's that? Oh, that one's gonna break.
Oh fuck! Careful, dude.
A little rusty, but that could probably be fixed.
Yeah, you could restore that. That'd be a fun project.
Oh yeah, definitely. I'm a connoisseur of collecting knives and swords. So.
Oh really?
I hope she knows that because I'm
I don't know if you can tell what that is. It looks like maybe 1906 or 1996, something like that.
If it's from the 90s, it's cool. If it's from the 1590s, it's cool, you know?
Right.
I don't think the roaches want any more smoke.
They want any more smoke?
They don't want no.
They can get it. They can get it. Fill me a road. I'm mad. My dad was an exterminator. It's in my blood. I want you to tell your friends about me.
They last longer in the freezer.
And not if it melts. I was gonna say, people freeze their cigarettes?
I don't know.
That's dangerous fluid. Don't you ever forget it. Gross. Hey,
Ugh.
I didn't have you. This is dangerous water, kid.
How'd today go?
Went pretty good. We're still not done. We're gonna go to the dump and come back one more time. So we still got a couple more hours we can put in. So we're gonna take advantage. We've done 3 dumpster loads, going to try to do a 4th one for today and call it a day. But we've gotten the living room, the dining area, and the garage completely cleaned out. We're hoping to get the kitchen for the next shot and then leave the bedrooms for the next day. But for right now, that's what we got. So I'm gonna go to the dump, get dumped off, and head back.
So hey guys, welcome to the lake house. This was an extreme hoarder house. Elderly lady lived here by herself for several years with her dog. And it was just overrun by rats. The water had not been on for over a year due to severe plumbing leaks. So there was a giant hoard behind me along with a lot of animal feces. The kitchen was absolutely trashed, and there was a big wall here that I removed to kind of open everything up. Big renovation here. It has taken longer than I thought it would, as usual, but what we've done is we've taken a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, we turned it into a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. We had to get rid of all of the rats. The rats literally ate through all of the ductwork and the air conditioning, so we trashed that. They urinated so much on the garage floor that the odor was so intense. We eventually had to put an epoxy floor on it after cleaning it up. We've changed literally everything in this house, from brand new drywall, electrical, plumbing, windows, doors, this beautiful flooring to go along with the beautiful lake that's behind there. So we're about 5 days from being done and putting this property on the market. So this garage is a huge transformation. It was not only hoarded, but it was full of animal feces and rats, and everything was torn up. But the concrete slab in here was completely soiled and discolored. So what we had to do is not only clean it, but we had to put this awesome epoxy floor in there along with the new garage, and then paint the walls several times with some odor encapsulant after cleaning it, just to get rid of this terrible odor. Hey guys, we are at the Busch Gardens house. Do you remember this hoard? It was really substantial. So we had been in contact like 3 years ago, and the family just wasn't ready yet. So they finally were ready 3 years later. And when we came into this house, the ceiling was caving in. It was hoarded to the ceiling, and there was a massive amount of cats and roaches in here. They had a makeshift kind of cat door that was propped in the window where the cats were coming in and out, and they were feeding them periodically, but no one had lived here for 3 years. So, you know, the rats and the roaches just kind of really took over this place. So it took us several days to clear this place out. Some of these rooms were very difficult to clean. We couldn't even get in with shovels because they were pretty bulky items. So if you think back to the beginning, there was a big wall here. It was like an L-shaped wall. And then there was really a nasty green kitchen with a bunch of like pet food containers and empty pet food bowls and stuff like that. So when we did the renovation, I wanted to open it up because this is not a large house. It's about 1,100 square feet. So we turned it into a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, put in everything new. It needed everything from electrical, plumbing. It's just been severely neglected. But I'm pleased with how it turned out, despite the fact that it has been a long road and a lot of work. So when I first looked at the home to make the offer to purchase it, I could not even get in the room that I'm standing in right now. It was so hoarded, I had no idea. But what I could see over the trash was an opening back there. And I was told that it was a bathroom. I didn't find out until after the purchase and we started cleaning out this place that it was actually a closet. It's a bathroom at one time, but it was converted into a closet. So I had a lot more work than I originally anticipated on this place because I just couldn't see the house. It was really bad. It took about 4 of us 2 days just to get through this room here. was a lot of big bulky items, and we weren't able to just kind of run through it. It was just overwhelming. So these 2 bedrooms were really the worst out of the whole house. So I'm standing outside in the area that used to have this concrete block looking prison around me. Of course I knocked that down, but when we got into the deep end of this house, we found, you know, bodies of cats and dead rats, and I mean, it was just infested with everything. So, you know, it was kind of it's a small house. You wouldn't think that you would have this much stuff, but we ended up having 6 dumpsters just to get this place cleared out. It was a nightmare. Holy smokes.
It's not too bad.
Oh God. That is a big ass tree.
Yeah,
Oh my God, that's huge.
Yeah, I think it's true.
And it's got a palm in the middle. You know, I'm used to spending quite a bit of money on landscaping on these hoarder homes, but this was over the top. This tree is like 4 trees in one with overgrowth everywhere, and it cost $7,000 to cut these trees, remove stumps, and get them back to where they're somewhat manageable. I didn't even know that there was originally a garage door on this place. It was all wood blocked up. Well, when I took down the wood, I realized there was a garage door, but it was hanging in all pieces and broken everywhere. Out of curiosity, how did the door end up like that?
Eventually, we just dusted it so many times, it just came off the track, and I think the spring is okay, but like the way it was wound on, I think that side is messed up.
So we had to come in here and fix all that. And of course there was no drywall on the ceiling, so we drywalled it, we painted everything, and then of course we added the new AC and the new washer dryer. I even put in a water softener here because if you know Florida water, it tastes like a pencil. It sucks. So we needed something here to make this water somewhat palatable. I remember when I first saw this house, it was completely overgrown and I couldn't even tell the color of the house. But then when I walked in, the whole entire ceiling was caving in. So it was a roof issue, right?
A roof issue, and it has a new roof.
Oh, it does have a new roof. But I was assured that the roof wasn't damaged. Obviously it was, and it needed to be replaced. But that was a leak that hadn't been fixed, and I knew that there was probably a mold issue somewhere in here as well. So this house was a perfect example of a client that needed hoarding cleanup services, but really didn't want to pay for it because they didn't want the house. One of our niches is buying these distressed properties in these states that they're in because they really don't qualify for any type of lending. So it requires a buyer like us that's experienced in cleaning out hoards, but also in renovations. So I'm super glad that we were able to help the family kind of move on and not pay for something that they didn't want in the first place. And then I really enjoyed cleaning this up and renovating it and kind of putting my design into the home, and it will make a great short-term rental for somebody. Hey guys, Laura here with an update from the rat house. It has only been 4 weeks since we closed on this property, and 300 rats were exterminated by a tent full of gas. We knew that this house was really bad, but not until we removed all of the drywall and saw what they did to the ductwork. They completely ate it. The only thing left was the wire ring in this property. So we took it down to the studs. We even had to treat the studs for odor and seal those as well. We put brand new drywall up and new flooring and stuff. So we're probably gonna be 8 weeks into this project, but the smell is gone, 100% gone. A lot of people don't think that we can remove the odor from some damage that severe, but we were able to do that. And this is going to be, you know, a perfect house for somebody to live in, and they'll never know the difference. Now, the only thing that's still retaining odor, because we haven't made it there yet, is the garage. The garage floor, porous concrete, it smells like rat urine. So what we're gonna do there is clean it, pressure wash it, paint it, and put a really nice epoxy coating on the top of it. So the smell will be gone there as well. So I'm in the master closet right now, and every single time I pass by here, I remember all of the holes that were at the bottom of the drywall that they were using to travel through the house. So every time I walk into this room, I look to the right and I'm looking for those holes, and I remember Everything's been sealed and good to go and removed. We're starting on the landscaping today too, so the outside will be perfect. But the biggest thing, the biggest win about this house is several of the neighbors came over and thanked us so much for turning this house around so quickly. So the neighbors were so frustrated with the previous owner that they had poured borax in the front yard to kill all of the rats because they were uncontrollable. So now that it's been gassed and renovated and stuff, they're not having any more problems with the rats. So that's a huge, huge win for us. So one of the coolest things that I hadn't seen in other properties before was all the holes that the rats had made to travel around the house. There used to be cabinets here, and above those cabinets, there was several holes that were almost perfectly made.
It could also just be there's an angsty teen in here who needs to go to therapy, but instead internalizes their rage and is really tall. So they're just punching all those holes.
I even found a rat's nest in one of the bedrooms that was an eaten up check, like a check that you would write. You can see the rats were just squirreling away stuff in here. There's even a check, a freaking check that they took and squirreled away in there. And then there's tunnels in the holes. So I'm loving the new floors in here. If you remember, they were so bad, we were actually shoveling dead rats from off of the floor. It was really bad. There was maggots all over the place, and the slab had to be treated and sealed, and then we have some nice new floors on here. And again, I know you'll be surprised and you don't have smell-o-vision, but there is no odor in this house whatsoever. So when we were leaving the rat house today, I was approached by two neighbors that were, you know, kind of thanking me for purchasing the house, renovating it, and, you know, kind of getting rid of the rat problem. But what was very interesting is the next door neighbor, who apparently is a renter, told his landlord that if this didn't get taken care of, he was breaking his lease and leaving. The issue with that is obviously he's uncomfortable living there, makes complete sense, but that landlord can't really do anything about it. So he said that he'd been dealing with this problem since last September. So almost 1 year, and you know, he's living right next door. So he said that he put down bait, it really didn't work, and then he did the kind of the live traps, and those worked. But he said that it was so overwhelming that he was just pulling out dead rats out of his trap on a daily basis. He couldn't keep up with it. He said he would see them kind of gnawing through his fence, and he would see them running along his fence line as well. And the neighbors were just absolutely fed up. But one of the other neighbors came over that lived down the street and said that you know, she was part of the neighborhood crew that actually used a shovel to pick up the dead rats that were laying in the front yard. So I had thought originally that the neighbors had placed all those dead rats there for the owner as kind of a warning, but apparently it was the homeowner that pulled the dead rats out of his house and created almost like a graveyard of rats. And the neighbors just could not tolerate the urine and death smell, so they took their shovels and they shoveled it into his garbage can and put it out for the city pickup. So they were at their wits' end. Coincidentally, that particular neighbor is selling her house and moving Tuesday. So I don't know if this had anything to do with it or not, but it surely was going to run several people away, just the smell alone. So I hope you guys like this episode. It's not often that we get to show you the afters of our houses, but this is a really cool wraparound where you get to see the beginning and the end of things. Don't forget to catch Talking Decon every Tuesday, and of course our episodes come out every Thursday for Crime Scene Cleaning. Thanks again. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and ring that bell to be notified of the next episode.
For more information, visit any of our locations.